Hi there, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and this is the Folklore Oracle by Giada Rose and Hadas Knox. So basically, this is an old world deck with regards to the folklore. So explore your hidden depths of yourself through rich symbolism of folk wisdom. We'll see that when you go through it in a second. This deck draws on age-old traditions and archetypes to offer insight into the seeker's inner world. So it's very much a self-development deck, you know, a self-reflection deck. Lushly illustrated by Giada Rose, each card depicts an element from folklore, which draws forth deeply rooted issues from the murky subconscious into the light. Shine your lantern, follow the path, find what you seek. There are 44 cards and a guidebook. The box is, it says here, do you dare to cross the threshold? Discover yourself in every tale. There are almost like life lessons on them. So this is the little book that comes with it. It's very comprehensive. At the beginning, you have an introduction to the cards. And it basically says it's a deck for those who dream of mist-cloaked fairy rings who turn to their favourite macabre and magical tales for comfort. For those who think to spare a drop of milk for unseen visitors and whose eyes scan the water's edge in search of leers and wild-haired women with shimmering tails. Your mind longs for the old ways and drifts to the old stories, which whisper to you in a way newer ones can't. So that's what the energy and essence of this, how to use it. You can do a single card, question readings. You've got some spreads here. The cards. So you have an image and then you've got the law, the meanings and the diving deeper. All of the different cards right the way through. And then at the very end you have the author. She's a New York-based writer inspired by history, mythology, motherhood, magic, and of course folklore. You can find her and then it tells you where to find her. And then you have the illustrator, Giada Rose. She's based in Kentucky, whose work explores a thread stretching between nature, femininity, folklore, history, spirituality, and art. I'm mixing I need to put my teeth in. Well, that's not real, by the way. That's just I'm just saying that because I'm getting my words all muddled up. Beautiful, beautiful gilt-edged deck. We know I'm a sucker for anything shiny. Okay, so let's have a look at these. They are very gentle. Very, very gentle deck. The card quality is fantastic. They're easy to shuffle. They glide through the hand. They're a really nice quality. Okay, so let's see if they resonate for you. I'm going to go through them, and if you find it's too fast, you can slow me down or you can speed me up. It's entirely up to you. You see you've got the title, the number, and then the message down here. So this one, for example, is Where Are the Cobwebs? Within and without. So it's a reflective. And then you will have all of your meanings. We'll have a look at one in a second so you can see. These artists are so clever, aren't they? I hear my dog sighing then. He's very calm. The energy in here tonight's very calm. Those beautiful birds. Okay. What joy is knocking on your door? 22. Do you think they feel watercolour? They do, don't they? Shapeshifter, that's the one that's on the box. There's the fairy ring. Lovely. Okay, so should we just randomly turn? There we go. What have we got? 20 birds. Where might your mind fly when untethered? So 20. You would go into the book if you're doing a card for an answer. One card. Right. Folklore reveres birds as symbols for the soul, emblems of freedom and divine messengers. Each morning they sing us awake, calling us back to back to life. Their instincts guide their journeys where their wings link them both to heaven and earth, granting inspiration and perspective from a world beyond. Corvids, like crows, rooks and ravens, appear heavily in lore, often reminding us of ourselves. Sorry, that friendly was Freudian, because of course I love them. Often reminding us of ourselves. They are intelligent, use tools, give gifts, are loyal to their flock, and yet they can be crafty tricksters too. Carrion eaters who prey on the weak to survive. Oh, I could have kept that piece. Meaning, look at the world from a bird's eye view. Birds are of the air, which elementally, I told you about the words today, didn't I, symbolizes intellect. Untether your mind and explore flexibility in your thinking. Notice the ways in which you have closed your mind to possibilities or perspectives based on earthbound borders and walls. Question rigid thought patterns and beliefs and feast on their death, for they might be enemies of flight. Dare to caw across lonely moors where your soul can breathe anew. And then you can dive deeper. So with this particular card, what would you do and where would you go for release from your cage? Some cages are gilded. They're captives, seemingly given whatever they need. And yet, if a domesticated bird is released into the wild, will it know immediately how to survive? For many of us who grew up feeling caged, freedom becomes a foreign concept. When given a taste, we rampage, ultimately making ourselves captive again to something that feels like freedom but is in fact harmful and unbalanced. Can you channel the instinctual nature of the corvids, coaxing your soul from its status quo while discovering strong and healthy boundaries guided by your own instincts? Wow, that's a deep dive, isn't it? So that is how you would use it for just literally turning a card. And you would use the book as well. So that is the Folklore Oracle. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.